Yo, what's going on, guys? I hope you're all having a great day today, because we're gonna be talking about something that isn't so great. That, of course, being 30 FPS. So I hopped on Twitter today and I saw something that I didn't expect to see, and that is gamers defending 30 FPS in 2025. Mind you, 30 FPS was the standard in 2005. But hey man, some people have standards so low you could trip over them. Anyway, in today's video, it's just gonna be one of those videos where I read out some funny tweets and we all have a good laugh at them. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this. Nintengod says the 30 FPS is unplayable narrative is one of the worst trends to ever happen in gaming. This asinine PC lame's rhetoric has you passing out on great game experiences. Yet 95% of you can't tell the difference between 30 and 60 FPS unless you're told beforehand. 30 FPS plays fine. Okay, 30 FPS isn't unplayable, but neither is 480p. Neither is a game in black and white. Doesn't mean you want to experience the games that way. The truth is we were on 60 FPS back on the PS2, and once the PS3/360 came out, we excused 30 FPS because it was a huge leap in graphics. But we're 2 console generations past that now. We are 20 years past that. It's time to move on from 30 FPS. Graphic modes in games now should be 120 FPS and 60 FPS. Also, I love how you pull that 95% stat right out of your ass. You know damn well that's not true. If that was true, people wouldn't complain every time a new game comes out that's locked to 30. So Fallen Tree Games tweets out, "Are you ready to bring order to chaos? The Prescent, I think is how you say that, is coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S on May 13th, 2025, wishlist now." Pazuzu comes down and says, "Been monitoring this forever. Love, it's finally got a date, and it's even sooner than I had anticipated. Can I ask what resolution and frame rate we can be expecting running under Xbox Series X and PS5? Fallen Tree Games replies, Xbox Series S 1080p 30, Xbox Series X 4K 30, PS5 and PS5 Pro 4K 30. Dude, a Pro console being locked to 30 is fucking wild. You mean to tell me they can't get this running at 4K 60? TTU Vapor comes down and says, "Is there an option for 60 FPS on the Series X? 30 FPS in 2025 is mind-blowing to me." Pazuzu replies, "If 30 FPS in 2025 is mind-blowing to you, just wait until UE5 takes precedent." Yeah, just because some Unreal Engine games run like shit doesn't mean we gotta accept games that run like shit. TTU Vapor replies again, "I think you misread my post. I meant to say, games that are 30 FPS in 2025 blows my mind that they're 30 FPS. At a minimum, all games should be 60 FPS. Yeah, I completely agree. Back on the 360, I would have excused this, but we're 2 console generations past that now, so I expect better than 360 performance. Also, 30 just feels kinda shit to play, I mean, let's be honest." Pazuzu replies, "That not an oxymoron of sorts. You saying both I misread your posts and what you meant to say in the same sentence? Besides, the year has nothing to do with it. Expect many games coming in 2025 to only be hitting 30 FPS. You know, I don't exactly expect 30 FPS on a PS5 Pro. How do you not see an issue here? A game that looks like this, running at 30 FPS on the world's most powerful console. This is damage control, man. I'm not saying you can't like the game or anything, but let's not excuse that performance." TTU Vapor comes down again, 30 FPS shouldn't even be allowed on any console or much less PC anymore. The gaming industry should be moving forward, not backwards. As TV technology advances, what's next? 8K? We shouldn't be having 30 FPS gaming anymore. Much like we don't have 480p anymore for the most part. I agree, how come resolution gets to improve but frame rate doesn't, when most people prefer better frame rates over better resolution? However, I disagree with them on the PC part, because how can you make sure that 30 FPS isn't on PC when most people are building their PCs or picking out the parts themselves? Pazuzu says, "We are moving forward clearly. The amount of games running at 60 FPS this gen have been in the majority. However, take a game like Hellblade 2, Xbox, runs at 30 because the devs clearly wanted, rightly in my opinion, to favor ultra fidelity. This will continue to be a developer choice. Yeah, and the game was boring, it was like a tech demo. TTU Vapor comes down, 30 FPS is a blurry, ungodly mess. Developer choice my ass. Yeah, the only choice the developers made is not to optimize their game. Ben here tweets, Cyberpunk is actually looking great on Nintendo Switch 2. VGC had hands on and said it runs at 30 FPS without much issues, and image quality was fine enough. SoFly Sojo1 comes down. Why the hell would you want to play an old ass game on a new console that can only push it at 30 FPS? 1080p? Make it make sense. Masamosa comes down, GTA 5 content creator being annoying as shit. You love to see it. Ah yes, apparently if you criticize a product you are expected to pay for. That makes you annoying. How dare those pesky customers expect quality? Mike Long 2 says, fun fact, this game ran at 60 FPS on a base PS4. He then gets quote tweeted by Chris Reed here, I'd rather a complete game running at 30. Well, why can't we have the best of both worlds? Why can't we have a complete game that runs at 60? Like Doom Eternal. It's Scotty says, laugh my fucking ass off, of course, just my luck. I go to play the Oblivion remaster and it's locked at 30 FPS on my Series S. One thing I was looking forward to this week, and now my day is ruined. Guess I'll wait until I get paid to get the PS5 version, laugh my ass off. FML. Damn, you gotta feel bad for bro. Edmund comes down, I got to play Oblivion Classic on PS3 at 20 FPS and freaking enjoyed it, like there was no tomorrow. Stop complaining and enjoy what you got. Once again, attacking customers for demanding quality on something that they are expected to pay for. They gotta make fanboyism a disability, man. Tevlev goes on Twitter, something new revealed in the Mario Kart World Direct, the split screen will still be 30 FPS. Ashley replies, does that really matter? 30 FPS is still perfectly playable. I mean, I guess it is split screen, so I can understand making that argument that, it's more intensive or whatever. But on the other hand, you expect us to pay more for this game. So up that fucking quality. 30 FPS should not exist in an $80 video game. If this was $70, I would have cut them some slack because it's split screen. Anyway, that is all that we're going to go over today. I can't believe it's 2025 and we still have people defending 30 FPS. That is wild to me. It's like, guys, you need to up your standards. If you're fine with playing at 30 FPS, it's whatever, but don't get mad at people demanding better. Anyway, if you liked this video, make sure to leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike and a mean comment, and I am out.